Okay. All right. A.C. Slater.
That was a good one. That was a good A.C. Slater reference.
Yeah.
Hey everybody, welcome to Working Class Music. I'm one of your hosts, Jason. Yes, I will own the fact that I don't like the CC Custom AC15 Maze.
And I'm Nelson. I don't know what any of that means, Crawford.
But you're here and you're going to find out what all of that means on today's episode of Working Class Music, which is sponsored by our good friends at VOX Amps. Thank you and thank them for sending this out, and thank you for watching.
Yeah.
So, over the course of Working Class Music, it has been well documented that I am not the biggest fan of the AC15 CC or the C1. I don't hate them, they're just not my thing. So when the chance arose to demo the brand new hand-wired AC15, curiosity spoke to me. I was like, because I had a hand-wired AC30 back in the day and I loved that.
Yeah.
But this, I was like, why not? We'll give our thoughts on all of that later, see if my thoughts and opinions have been changed. Spoiler, they have. But the premise of today's episode is going to be more so us showcasing the AC15 in all its glory and unique stylings.
So what are the settings looking like on this thing?
So the AC15 has been revamped for 2024, 2025. It was announced at NAMM last year, or reintroduced at NAMM last year, I should say.
Okay.
And besides aesthetics, there are also some internal tweaks as well.
Okay.
Namely, these come standard with the Celestian Blue speakers.
Ooh.
So they are very chimey. This is based on a 63 variant. You do have the top boost channel as well, with a new spring reverb in there. So that's pretty awesome. And of course, it's 15 watts of hand-wired tube power.
Oh, snap. I'm going to be interested to see how this thing takes drive.
So without further ado, on to the sounds.
On to the sounds.
Hi, dear viewers. It is I, Jason. I have returned to bring forth the effects portion of this video and how this thing behind me sounds with effects. If you did not catch the 3 aforementioned usage of the word effects, then let me tell you straightly, this is the effects portion of this demo. Without further ado.
Wait, what portion is this?
Effects. 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 Without further ado, let us embrace this moment.
so I'm Nelson, this is a Vox, and we're gonna play some guitar. Here we go.
Hey, it's Xander. I don't know how I sound through a Vox amp. Let's find out.
Okay, Jason, did this Vox change your mind?
So let me answer that question.
Okay.
Funny enough, I think the running joke has been that I like Vox sounds, but with the previous series, I wasn't fully into it with not the previous Hand-Wired, but the C1 and the CC series, the custom classic, if you will. I didn't fully embrace those. So the running joke has always been like, I've always liked the Vox sound, but I just haven't liked a modern Vox. And thus I've been, mostly matchless, which explains the joke because they're basically Vox, like, a certain era of Vox. So with this amp, this has changed my mind. Years ago, back when I was in Native Sons, I had a Hand-Wired AC30 and I loved that thing. It was the ultimate pedal platform. So when I got rid of it, I tried to play countless others of the Custom Classics or the C1 series, and it was a night and day difference. It was a huge difference. So my expectations for the hand-wired were very, very high, and this exceeded that. Like, I've always been a fan of Vox because, Radiohead, of course, and there's especially the Weird Fishes from the Basement video where you see the hand-wired Vox behind Tom York. And for me, that just lives rent-free in my head. But I've always wanted to love it. And this amp has surprisingly changed my opinion. I don't say this lightly.
Okay.
This is one of the best amps that I've heard on this channel. Like, and when I say the emphasis of on this channel is there's one thing of me playing it and I know how certain things are going to sound, but hearing Nelson and Xander play it and somewhat get out of their comfort zone a little bit and just hearing it from a listener's perspective, like, my God, this thing is chimey. Like, this thing sounds amazing. And of course, for me, like, there's the nuance of like, well, if it sounds good with a Jazzmaster, I'm in. And it sounded great with my Jazzmaster, and it took pedals rather well. So yeah, this has changed my mind.
Would you recommend this amp to?
Besides the holiest of holy believers, every CMC church or whatever, I would recommend this amp. By far, this is going to be the best Radiohead amp. Like, if you're a fan of that band, this does that in spades. Like, I can see why Tom York gravitates towards it. It's the edge of breakup sound. Like, it just does everything. And whoever is calling me, I will get back to you, because this is more important. So yeah, in my opinion, given the price differences, I think this is well worth it, especially having an amp if you're looking for something long term that if it does break, it won't cost you an arm and a leg to fix. So there's that. There's the repair aspect that I don't think a lot of people think of. But yeah, overall, I think this amp is for anyone looking for a British chime. If you are a fan of Radiohead or if the Beatles or Queens, like, it literally does almost everything. Like, hell, even Chino used it during Team Sleep. So that says a lot. Hell, even Omar from the Mars Volta at one period was on the AC30. So yeah, it does everything. It does the dad rock.
Might be the best ever.
Yeah.
Vox. All caps. Like MF Doom.
But, Nelson,
Hey,
what was your first impression of this amp?
Man, my first impression of this amp was that, like, it sounded better than any amp that I think I could afford. But in, like, a great way. Like, this thing, it sounds beautiful. Like, I plugged into it and immediately didn't want to mess with the settings because I was just like, well, this is it. This sounds good. I'll stay here. That might have to do with how Jason, with how Jason queued it up, or it's just that good. I think it's great.
What did you expect out of this amp going into it?
I did not expect it to have such good reverb. That reverb, man, like I didn't even have it cranked. Like it was maybe like 3/4 of the way there. And man, that with like the chimey sound of it, it was just like it was perfect. It was that great reverb that just surrounds you without like swirling around and getting messy. That was nice. That was nice.
And who would you recommend this amp for?
I would recommend this amp. If I had to recommend this amp to anybody, and this is coming from a guy who's got 0.0 hours of music sales experience, I would recommend this to somebody who, if somebody approached me and I knew immediately I was over my head as far as giving recommendations, this is what I would give them. If I was in a conversation where I had no idea what they were talking about, I'd be like, man, have you ever tried a hand-wired VOX AC15? You're going to love this shit. Yeah. That's what I'd recommend it to, because it has a sound that, like, goes so far over my head, like, expectation-wise, that, like, I could probably play one of these forever.
speaking of the sound, now you got me in somewhat interview mode.
Let's go.
As someone who isn't as gear savvy, you are our everyman on the show.
That's right.
How would you describe the sound?
But yeah, I like the sound that Xander had when he had it cranked. I liked the effects on it, but also I really just like how when it was just on a level, the snap that you got from it when you plug in the drive pedal, like the one that I was using, like it just immediately gave me exactly what I was expecting from that drive pedal, but with like the oomph that this amp has. And that was nice. I enjoyed that. Like this is definitely a pedal friendly amp. It has a really nice clean sound. I don't play clean, but I was actually having a little fun playing clean on this thing. So anytime I can get out of my comfort zone with an amp, that's good. So yeah, I like the VOX. You should like it too. You should like it enough to buy one.
With our affiliate
links. With our affiliate links. Yeah. Xander, what did you think of the VOX?
It's killer. You know, I was joking that VOX, they've never been like my main choice in an amp. That kind of more bluesy retro sound just doesn't work with the style of like modern metal music that I normally play. But if that's the sound you're going for, if you're a 60s, 70s kind of person, they are obviously killer. And they're notoriously infamous. I don't think I need both of those words they're as pedal platforms. They're voiced just right for an overdrive pedal, an echo pedal in front of it. They don't need an effects loop. They're loud and they're clean, so you can just run your delays and everything straight through, boost it with a nice tube screamer or whatever the heck you like, and you'll get where you need to go. I've sold a lot of them in my career in music stores and stuff like that, just because people do like them. And I mean, the list goes on and on. The Beatles, Queens of the Stone Age, every church you've ever been to. They're killer amps. I love VOX. This is a good example. This is different from other AC15s I've played in the past.
Well, it's hand wired.
Oh, cool. Okay, so that explains a lot.
Yeah.
So this is a premium VOX product. You get what you expect for that. And yeah, I'm a fan. If I decided to go VOX, this is the direction I'd be looking. Yeah. Thanks again, VOX. Good stuff. The dynamics, man.
Yes.
That was all volume knob and pickup switch. You know what I mean?
Hello, everyone. We are back.
And wasn't that a hoot or a holler?
I think it was a bit of both. Little column A, column B.
Oh, yeah. That was the brand new AC15 Hand-Wired by way of working class music.
Sure was.
If you liked our varying styles, let us know. Let us know what's your favorite. And let us know what your thoughts are on hand-wired versus non-hand-wired. Is it worth the extra upgrade? Are the components different? Truly worth it? The correct answer is yes.
Yeah, I think they are. I think, and that's the thing. I don't know jack shit about this stuff, but when you tell me that somebody has particularly hand-wired this amp, I'm like, ooh. So I'm not getting, factory stock settings and all this stuff.
So yeah, there's a lot to be said about that. And with that said, let us know what you think down below in the comments. Let us know some other amps you would like to see featured on the channel. We are open to exploring these amps, within reason, of course, because we won't have a Dumble on here because we don't have Dumble money.
We ain't got money like that.
But since we don't have money like that, and if you would like to contribute financially, there is our Patreon. We do have merch. We do have other things like social media.
Yes.
Add us on those. And at the filming of this, we are only 700 subscribers away from giving away a Hello Kitty Stratocaster.
It could be yours. All you gotta do is subscribe.
And that's it. And we'll pick one out at random. Yeah. So hopefully it'll be a good Christmas present.
Yeah. So, that'll be awesome. But anyway, this has been Working Class Music. You'll see us next time. I've been Nelson.
And I've been Jason. Yes, I have been converted in my mind somewhat changed maze.
Hell yeah. Later.
I've been talking to British people all week. It's making me feel extra Southern.
Do y'all not know what sweet tea is?
You ain't never had a blow pop or a sugar daddy?
I've had both.
I've had both at once.
Shit. I've had all four.
All right.